Hello everybody, now then, this is a very brief intro and maybe a little personal reminder for all you guys that have been following the situation with the stereo in the ST line, i.e. the volume going off and so on. We have come to that date, or we practically have. It's Sunday night, the 9th of August, get it right this time, August. And as you will know, if you've been keeping up with everything that's been going on with it, the car is due to go in to the garage tomorrow morning, 10th of August, bright and early. I've just got to take the car down to them and leave it with them. Now, obviously with all the situation going on with COVID-19 and everything, they have some guidelines put in place basically where I've got to leave the car with things like the vents turned off, things like that. You know, you've got to go in wearing a mask, obviously, and there's a way in and a way out, sanitize your hands and so on. A little piece I will tell you as well, hence maybe the reason why I'm actually doing this on the Sunday night to tell you, it's now not just going in for the stereo. I realised when I'd booked it all in for the stereo to be looked at, that it's now come round to a year since I actually had it serviced. And if I have it serviced with Ford, basically I get like a 12 months a roadside assistance breakdown cover, you know, the usual spiel. You get it added on, done by Ford and all that, if you have it done by them. Yeah, so I checked the prices out. This is classed as a first main service for the ST line, even so I've had it 2 years. The one last year was like a pre-check over, like a health check. They just do some little simple things. I got my 12 months a roadside assistance breakdown cover, champion. I wanted to get it again. As I've learned in the past, you always need breakdown cover. So I asked them the prices and I said, look, could you do the service on the same day you've got the car doing the stereo? It sort of makes sense. With how things are, you don't want to be going backwards and forwards to the dealership. No problem, they said. So it will be going down for full service and the stereo to be looked at. Now, they gave me a courtesy call, basically, I think it was during the week that's just gone, saying, don't forget Mr. Brook, blah, blah, your car's penciled in for this date, can you bring it down? They told me the do's and don'ts and everything I've got to do for when I get the vehicle to them. And they said to me, it'll be having its service, but can you get it down early doors, which I would have been doing anyway, but they said it's having its service and we use a master technician to look at the stereo. Sounds impressive. But basically I think there's only one of him there. So if he's got a lot of work on, they said basically we're going to need the car all day. So around 5:30 tea time I'll have to be collecting it. Any sooner they'll tell me. But I will be down there a bit earlier just to see what's what. And that's about it really. Yeah, it's Sunday night. I'm wondering what's going to happen with the stereo, because funnily enough, since I did that other video, it's never shut off since. All that time back and it's never done anything, and I've got this feeling they're going to get it and think, what's he going on about? It's not doing no, there's no wrong. But anyway, they'll have a look. That's entirely up to them. They can do what they do. One little thing, my front tyres, I did a video a while back, it is a while back now, showing the tread was getting down, and I was thinking about having the fronts put to the back and the backs put to the front. I never did. I had another garage, I won't mention names, but I had another garage check the tyres, and they said I had a decent amount of tread on to keep going, basically until about August. Then they said, come to us and we'll give you a price for 2 brand new tyres, not the Michelin Pilot Sport, not the expensive ones, but 2 new decent tyres for the front. Leave the backs where they are, because the backs will probably last the time you've got the car, or near as damn it, which they will. So we'll sort you out 2 new fronts. Come to us in August when you're off on your holidays, we'll give you a price, get them on. I ain't gone back to them yet, because the car, like I said, goes to the garage for the service tomorrow. I'm going to see if Ford pick up on it, get in touch, and basically say, You need 2 new front tyres, Mr. Brook. We can do them for you while we've got it here. They will be X amount of pounds. Because I actually have a rough price what this other garage will charge me for their tyres. I'm going to see what they come up with. See if they try and rip me off, basically. And either way, I'll just bounce them off each other and get the best price. I'm not having the Michelin Pilot Sport put on. They're the tyres they put on the Fiesta ST, and no, the ST line doesn't need them. You can have some decent budget ones. So, right, to wrap up, car goes into the garage tomorrow morning. You will see from me tomorrow morning when I take the car down, and when I arrive there. Can't do no filming inside or anything to do with that, obviously. So then after then, it'll be when I go to collect the car, and we'll see what's what. I'll be a few £100 lighter. It's always pay out anyway, joys of motoring. But hopefully, touch this, touch wood, hopefully, it will all be sorted. It'll definitely have its service done, and it will have its 12 months roadside assistance breakdown cover. But mainly, might be more importantly, will that stereo be sorted? We will find out more. I will see you in the morning, guys, bright and early, to take the ST line down. Cheers, see ya. Right, good morning everybody. It's Monday morning and the car is going to now go down to the garage. I'm just about to set off and I'll join you shortly when I get the car down there. See you in a minute, guys. I've just got here, I've just pulled up. Very busy actually, considering everything going on with pandemic. I'm going to have to mask up, go in and tell them exactly where I've parked it and leave it with them. I'll just tell you something. Look at the side of me. What have we got? ST Performance Blue. So I've dumped it next to that. Right, I'll catch you guys later on when I come to pick the vehicle up and we see what's what. See you in a bit. Well, hey up guys, just a little quick video before I have to go get the car. While we're doing odds and little jobs around the house, they got in touch with me. What they did is like a quick visual health check before the service. They send you a little video. They send you a text with a link with a video. I'm going around underneath of the car. Showed me all the suspension, all the panels underneath, everything, all okay. He went round, obviously showed the disc brakes and the pads, fine on the back. The front, obviously a bit more wear on the discs and the pads down, but okay for now. They're not warranting being, sorted now. They don't need new discs or pads, so they're okay for now. Probably into next year with the fronts. He did spot the tyres. Obviously he did the backs, he did the checking of the tread, and they were all well above legal limit, all fine, okay, so obviously the backs are fine, as I knew they were. Went to the front, showed me doing the check, and said they're just above legal limit, which I knew they were. So basically it was the tyres. Picked up on them, so he says one of our colleagues will be in touch with you shortly.
As part of your service, you get a free vehicle health check. On your vehicle health check, we go around your car and we grade components, with green being okay, amber needing attention before your next service, or red needing immediate attention. So let's go around your car now. We start off by measuring your front brake discs. Your front brake disc measures 22.5mm. The service limit for your front brake disc is 21, so your front brake disc is fine. And also your front brake pads, I'll just measure those. Your front brake, again. Front brake pads between 7 and 8mm. Just to show you what that is compared to a new pad. On the feeler gauges there, we've got the one on the left is what the pads are new, 12, and the one on the right is about what yours are. So front brakes are okay. Passenger side front tyre, 2.6, 2.7. Legal limit for your tyre is 1.6mm, so your tyres are very near the legal limit and you do need to get a new tyre on there. Front suspension, all checked, all okay. Driver's side front tyre, 2.7, 2.9, 3mm. So again, tyre very near the legal limit, so you need a pair of front tyres. Front suspension, all checked, all okay. Been down the centre of the car, all under sheets, all secure. Exhaust system secure. Fuel tank secure, and no leaks. Passenger side rear tyre. 5.1. 5.3. 4.3. So tyre is a little bit warm but still legal. Rear suspension, all checked, all okay. And driver's side rear tyre, 5.3, 5.4 and 5.2. So again, tyre okay. Rear suspension, all checked, all okay. Well, my service advisors will be in touch with you shortly.
As soon as I watched that video, got in touch, did one of the colleagues, and they discussed the tyres. They gave me a price on the Michelin Pilot Sport, which is on the car, and on the high-powered ST of the Fiesta. And they said, oh, there's 260 odd pound. I says, I don't want them. I says, I don't need Michelin Pilot Sport on an ST line, a 1 litre. So she says, no, I didn't think he would. She says, we do have our own sort of budget tyre we use, and they're, I think they're only about 70 odd pound a piece, which is brilliant. I said, yeah, I'll have a pair of them on. So they're putting 2 front new tyres on, as well as doing the service. They've done the health check, that's the video I got. So they're on with the service. They're going to put some new tyres on the front. They didn't mention anything about the entertainment system being looked at with the volume switching off. That's key, there's that. And we've got to find out what's happening with that. It's the master technician that will look at that. So I should really be waiting for him to phone me up before I go down, but the weather is very poor with dual thunderstorms and torrential rain, and I have to walk down to the garage, and I don't want to get caught in any torrential rain. Might get my hair wet. No, I don't anyway. So I will be setting off very shortly to have a nice steady walk down there, and I'll be just hanging around basically until the car's ready. When I get the car back, I may do a video when I jump in, or I may just come straight home. Either way, I will do a video then explaining everything I've done and basically what the outcome of the stereo was, because that is one we need to find out, see what they say, or has it actually baffled them the way they think there's nothing wrong with it. Find out more when I get the car, but it won't be for long now. I'll catch you then when I collect the car. See you later for now. Right, hello guys, I have just got home. The car's just come back. Service all done fine, everything paid for, tyres on, everything great. One thing, they informed me that they was having trouble with their system, re-downloading everything for the sync system, and he said it keeps crashing and today they can't manage it, and could I bring it back tomorrow or leave the car with them. So obviously I've come home with the car. The car's going to go back to them in the morning and they're going to try again with the system. He said to me, he says, when you drive the vehicle away, he says, don't worry, he says, you just won't have any volume. He says, and that's as far as it goes. And I says, right, fair enough. He says, I'll come home with the car and then I'll bring it back first thing in the morning. You can crack on again, trying to download everything, and hopefully your system will work and it'll reboot the whole system. Fair enough. Gets in the car, drives away after checking it all over. And I looks at my stereo system and I think, that's not how it was. Same system, it looks different. I'll show you. I'll just get to the car and show you. Are we recording? Yeah, we are, right. It's been a hell of a day. Right, so like I said, I picked the car up, drive it home. I expected to have the screen, but absolutely no volume, because that's how it had crashed, and they couldn't do no more from there with their system because theirs was crashing. That's what I expected, no volume, full stop. Now I'm just going to flip the camera around and start her up, and I hope it does it in this time, and you'll see a completely different change. Right, so here we go guys, I'm just going to start it up.
Christina out in the garden on her second. Jay Tracy in a minute.
I'll just turn the volume right down a minute. There, the volume's fully off. That, everybody, is a different display. And I know I can put it up to the audio. Their things are different, you see. Obviously I'd have to like reset all the settings I want. It's on an FM source, but I'm not sure about this because it's all a different layout, it's different colours. I really don't understand it. You probably do it the same way of operating it, yeah. But he said I'd have nothing, basically no volume, and I just expected maybe a blank screen and no volume. But as you can see,
And your answer to 8-3.
I seem to have a fully working stereo with volume and everything. There's no phone. I'm going to have to repair my phone, but I can go to the sat-nav. You can see everything, but look how the sat-nav's different. It's like already an upgraded system, but it's working. Don't quite understand that. Look, radio 1. So, as him saying that they've not actually got anywhere because their system were crashing and they couldn't do this, I'm a bit baffled. But it's still going to go back down in the morning anyway. They may have to continue with this to make sure it's alright. I don't know, but maybe it's better than they realised. They probably thought I'd be driving away with no volume. But in that, I turn up for the books, it's looking like this. Some people will recognise this that's got other Fiestas and that, but this is the sort of screen I've seen with some STs, so I don't know if they've upgraded all this. I just really don't know what they've done. It's still remaining a mystery, isn't it? To be honest, it's still a mystery. So I'll just flip camera. Right, so there you go, guys. What an outcome. It's to be continued. The saga continues. It's turning into a movie, this. Let's see if we can get the rights. And yeah, I can't understand it. I expected to come away with exactly the same thing, but the volume fine. And I've got a completely different display. Maybe it's because it's been rebooted and this is the latest. I don't know. They will know, but they didn't really go into any ins and outs, except for the fact that they was failing to complete everything. It just said it were continuing to upload and it were going no further, and then their system had crashed. It'd try again, it'd get to this point and it'd crash again. So they say it's not fully done, but he said no volume. He says you won't have no volume, and next. So far it's working fine. So I don't know, we'll find out more tomorrow. So there's more videos to come. We thought this would be the end, but no, I've paid for my service, I've got my brand new tyres on the front, cracking it, all done. But the stereo is still eluding us. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Right guys, here I am back at the garage on Tuesday morning for them to have a second attempt, try and get in line with the camera, to have a second attempt of the stereo system. It's been working fine all the way back from the garage and back here again to the garage this morning with the new display as I showed you. Volume all fine, so I can't understand what they're saying that they have to redo. Maybe they're going to add more to it, I just don't know. I'll find out more anyway today. So they've got it now for today and we'll see what happens. So I'll inform you later on today what's going on, what they've achieved, if we're back to square one or whatever, but we will find out. The stereo continues. Right guys, Gary's has just phoned me and the car is all sorted. It's been downloaded quite easy this time, they said. So it's just a question of a steady walk down there. I'll go collect the car. Excuse the greenery, I'm in my garden. I'll just get down there and then I'll see what's what. When I get back, I'll give you a final outcome and see what everything was with this stereo. So now I'm just going to have a steady walk down there and I will catch all you guys very soon. See you in a bit. Hey guys, just back from the garage, everything sorted. They said the download went straight through. What they believe it was just a software issue. They've always said beforehand it was always been like the screen freezing that people said. They've never had an issue with the volume, but it all boils down to the same thing, that the software needed updating across the board. It was the first issue of the system, of these Sync 3 screens and that, and it just needed a refresh. And it can cause to do things, but it generally used to be freezing of the screens or blanking of the screens, but never the volume just going straight off. So mine must have been a first. I don't know if anyone else has been like that, but anyway, by the by, it's updated, it's done, it's onto this new like second edition system, which is like when I said yesterday, the display is a different colour. So I'll just flip camera around and show you anyway. This will explain it more. Right, so what we have there guys is, as you can see, this like bluish tint now, where it used to be completely like black with white writing on it. As you can see,
Burgers, stuff like that. Both like
volume all fine. just turned it completely down so you can hear me. We're on DAB. All the stations, look, all as I had them before, all back in. Phone's the only thing. I will have to pay my phone back now because it's like as if I've got the car brand new. It's like a new system again. Sat nav, yeah, all looks a ton better. Much easier to see actually, very clear. I wonder what it's like at night time, but I think that'll be a much better system to see. Just put it back to the controls, back onto audio. So there we go. Basically, that is it. So yeah, the saga has ended. The hopefully stereo system is all sorted now. So car's at a service, 2 brand new tyres on the front. Hopefully this stereo is now all sorted. So now that is it. The Fiesta ST Line's journey now continues, hopefully trouble-free. Thank you. I'll catch all you guys later. Hopefully we know more. Cheers. Hello everybody. I may look a bit sunburnt. I've been out in the garden all afternoon and I have cooked. Anyway, I have some breaking news for you. The saga does continue. Last night I had to drive out in the car and it's gone. Not the car, the stereo. The sound on the stereo went off again and has been hit and miss just the same. Coming up you'll see a video basically explaining, as most of you will know that's keeping up with this, how it is with no volume again. So you just take a look at this video and there's more stuff to come. Back to the dealership. And there we go guys. Exactly the same thing. It's saying the same thing again. Look, DAB station's not available. It is not the software. It's this. It's the unit. The unit is failing. So it won't matter what software's put in it. It's going to do the same thing because there'll be a component or something within this unit. Within this unit that's making it do it. Hello everybody. This is Wednesday. I've had to come back with the car. I think I jinxed it saying I think that was done in the end of it, but no, the stereo has done exactly the same thing. Late last night, after doing my end piece of the video and going through my footage and things, I had a little drive out in the car, just refresh myself and all a lot, and the stereo went off. It's gone off. It's done exactly the same thing, saying DAB service is not available. So I basically think it's the unit and not the software. I think the software is irrelevant. I think it's like a headlight unit. If you keep putting bulbs in it and it's making them blow, they're always going to blow because it's a unit causing it. So I do believe it's the unit and not the software. I've just got to the garage. I'm going to go in and see what they say about it, but they're not having the car all day because of things to do. The saga continues. Oh, bad news guys, bad news. I've been in, I've told them the tale and they kept going backwards and forwards and asking the technical bloke some questions and coming back and does the volume go low, and I said no, it goes off fully. I said, you've seen all this before, and I said to her, I said, look, I believe it's the unit that's failing and not the software that you're putting in it. And she says, well, if that's the case, and we have to go through a process, we have to do simple things like that first, updating the software, then if that fails, then we go on to the next stage, and obviously they're saying the same thing as me. It seems like it might be a different unit change. But here's the crunch thing. One, they have to be ordered, and she says, we will need the car a couple of days. Well, I can't do a couple of days now in these holidays I've got. I have stuff to do now. I've sort of messed about 2 days already having a car service and then the stereo. So I think they've had enough of my time in my holidays with this. So I said, well, it's going to have to be another time then. Thinking it won't be far off after my holidays, but I have to sort of schedule it around the fact that I'm at work. So they won't do it on a weekend. So she says, well, the next time's September, which might not seem a long way off because we're in August, but she says September. And I says, well, I'm working September, so there's no I can do there. So now it's penciled in for the back end of October, when I've got that week's holiday off. My next holiday time is the back end of October, a full week off. And it's penciled in then for them to have it for 2 days. I can't have a courtesy car because of the pandemic. They don't issue any courtesy cars out. So I'm going to have to do the same thing again, i.e. bringing it here and walk home. And they're going to have it 2 days where I can't have a car for 2 days, and then I've got to come back and collect it. And I think what they'll do is, in the time that they've got between now and when they'll go and have it in, they will order a new unit. I know that's what they'll do, and they'll just fit the job lot. It's all under warranty. I'm not bothered about that, but I'm bothered about the frustration it's causing, the hassle it's causing, and basically all the messing about. Yes, the car was having a service, and I did have to bring it to the garage anyway and do me walking up and down and get it. That's by the by. And it's had 2 new tyres, great stuff. But the stereo issue continues. I think it's going to be a long one, this, guys. I don't think it's ever going to properly end. So we'll find out more. So this episode for all this will be wrapped up now. And it'll be heading into October when we find out more about it. So I've got to drive about with this as it is. Yeah, joys of motoring. I'll catch you later on, guys, with more. Hold the front page. Cheers.
Don't forget to come back and visit us to see more of what's going on with this Marcos. And remember, some of these videos are exclusive to Patreon. We are available on YouTube, of course, and on Twitter, Facebook, and we have our website. All the links for that are down below and are in the general descriptions as well. Take care. See you soon.